But so yeah. Welcome back to my channel. It is L'Officiel. I am back today with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Phase 4 of reopening in NYC. So in case you guys didn't know, some of you may not know, some of you may know, I live in New York City, and I also get to kind of like dibble and dab in like New Jersey. Like since the pandemic has started, so you're going to get to see a side of New Jersey in this video. So to get into New York, I decided to take the scenic route, and I was coming from New Jersey, so I decided to get on the New Jersey train to get into New York. And along the route, I got to see a lot of beautiful things to help like kind of calm my spirit. I would definitely say right now it's a good time to get on your public transportation, because a lot of people are freaking out on whether or not is it clean, you know, am I gonna get sick, am I gonna, you know, is it germs or anything. So they are working extra overtime. These metro corporations, they are working overtime to make sure that it's clean, to make sure people feel safe, because they want you to spend up that money, they want you to spend their dollars. So of course they're gonna make sure that it's clean, and it's less people on there. So this is probably the best time to get on, because you know the public transportation go places that you're not able to explore when you're in the car, because you have to be focused one way, you have to be focused on the road, you have to be focused on other drivers, and you have somebody on the public transportation that's doing that for you. They're focusing, you know, it's a lot of trust. I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of trust, but you have somebody doing that for you, to where, you know, you have a little bit of faith, you have a little bit of trust in them to make sure they get you to your destination safe. Along the way, you get to see a lot of beautiful trees. I got to be able to see both sides of New Jersey and New York from New Jersey's train station, which was good because their train station is more on top of land, whereas New York's train station is more, a lot of them are underground, where they do come, you know, up top a couple of times depending on which train you catch and where you're going, but majority of it is underground. So it is good to be able to see, okay, I'm in New Jersey right now, but I can see New York from right here. So it was a beautiful. So once I got into New York Penn Station, I ended up meeting up with a friend. So the first place that we decided to explore was Central Park, and it was super exciting because I had only been to Central Park once before this time. And the one time I went to go see an astrology type of night. So with this adventure, I ended up, you know, catching like the outskirts of Central Park, kind of getting to see it from the beginning, and I got to catch a view of the statue that was out there. It was donned in gold, and it was really beautiful. You got to be able to see the fountain and the water falling from it, and I didn't see any, or I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really take any time to really see if there was any history about it or anything like that. I was just kind of like, I'm just taking it all in at the moment. People definitely were social distancing. They were practicing social distancing to the best of their ability, of course, but it is such a huge park, so it is kind of a little bit more easier than some places to do it. I saw people laid out. It was very beautiful. They were laid out in the park. They were getting like their tans on. I was like, okay, go ahead and get a little bronze, get a little melanin up in y'all. Yeah. So, but aside from the people, like one thing I definitely do want to stress is that as I was walking through, I got to see, you know, the history of Central Park. The history of Central Park, I can definitely tell it was a story there, because just looking from like the different moss and the algae that was on like the walls, and just looking at the water and the fountains, I can definitely tell. I said, ooh, I just felt a lot of stuff while I was there. Central Park is a beautiful place to make sure that you get some photo opportunities, because it definitely has a backdrop of the city with its tall, beautiful buildings behind it, and it was just magical because the weather was perfect. It was a beautiful sunny day. The temperature was nice and warm. Now my skin was definitely glistening, baby. This melanin was pop. And it was pop. And gorgeous, beautiful opportunities to take pictures. Beautiful buildings, beautiful city, beautiful name of the city, beautiful people as the backdrop. What more can you ask for? I would say once, and I would say twice, and I would keep stressing again. Central Park is a huge, huge, huge place to explore. So just in case you don't feel like doing all of that walking, then they have options as far as like city bikes. Yep, you can take the bike through the park. And it's like so nice, it's so beautiful. I was trying to do it, but I didn't get a chance to do it. So it's something worth investing in and trying. Okay guys, so after a while, Central Park can get a little like, a little boring. So if you want to explore some other things around, some other options that you do have a few blocks away, I would say maybe about a good 7 to 8 blocks away, you have Times Square. You run directly into it. You'll be able to explore the city, you know, even see even more tall building, all of the billboards, all of the commercials, all of the lights, all of the things that make Times Square what it is. So on your way to Times Square, one thing that I would suggest is that they do have a lot of bars and restaurants along the way that you can explore, you know, different food. Like I said earlier in my video, New York is in phase 4 of reopening. So that means that a lot of these restaurants, that they do have the option for you to dine outside, a patio, in front of the restaurant, any of that option, you can do that. So I ended up getting to New York like a little bit later in the day, and about time I got through Central Park and saw like all the bars and restaurants along the way and got to like kind of get a vibe and a tribe of the city, then I ended up ending my night at one of the piers. And Hudson River Pier is not that far away, and they have different piers set up. They're numbered, so just depending on where you are in the city, you know, I would just look it up. I'm not sure on which pier I went to, but I know it's one not too far from Central Park. That's the best way I can guide you right now, and it was really nice. I got to end my night in the city the way I was beginning my night going into the city, which was I got to see my views of the city. And let me tell you, there's really honestly, like I agree with the quote when they say there's no place like New York. Like there's honestly, wholeheartedly no place like New York. And I'm from Miami. Like I'm from Miami, okay? Like Miami gang to the death of me. But New York is beautiful, and to end it on one of the piers, that's the best way that I would say. So I just want to thank my Melanin world for sticking with me through this video of what it's been like for phase 4 reopening and my journey, you know, taking a little travel through the city, easing my way back into it, because the pandemic is still going on and it is something very serious. But you should not let that stop you from exploring your city and, you know, getting out there and seeing some new things. Until next time, Melanin World, it is your girl, Official.